So we had a correspondence from Mr. Sugarwan, and we sent it out to all the board members. And we did find a mistake, an error in one of the sheets that we had reviewed a couple weeks ago. So what we'll do is we'll correct the error, and then we'll present again at the.
What is the error in?
It was the year. We have to paste to
What was it
create
on?
the documents that we have
Oh, okay.
on the
Okay.
data, school data. So we'll
Okay.
just switch that around, and we'll come back with that.
Okay.
Perfect.
So the data wasn't from that year.
Correct.
Just the title was wrong. Yeah.
Correct.
Oh,
For
okay.
Oh, no,
section-
no.
For a couple of sections.
Yeah.
A couple of
It
sections
was the
were,
wrong year's data.
Oh, the data was actually incorrect.
Right.
Okay.
On that sheet. So we'll fix
Okay.
that and we'll get it back to you.
Okay, thank you. And so that's actually in the report though, right now?
The report is correct in this booklet.
Oh, okay, so,
This is correct.
okay,
Just the one we reported to you on February 8th.
okay.
There was an
The
error.
presentation made to the board, there was an error, but
There
in,
was no error in this.
okay,
in the district report, the annual report is
This
correct.
one's fine.
Perfect.
okay, because the way that I read Mr. Sherwan's correspondence was that he was concerned about errors in the
Annual report.
actual annual report, but those are
Those are accurate.
accurate, okay,
That's accurate.
okay, thank you. Right, the other, we did receive additional correspondence that I will read part of, but it involves resignation of an employee. It says Denise Strappo has resigned from her employment by the Lincoln Woodstock Cooperative School District effective February 28th, 2023. So that's the only other correspondence that I received. I think, Rob, if you are ready, we'll take you right now, just so that we can get you out of here. And
Feel free to bring a chair, yeah.
yeah, and Rob Weatherall's here just to prep for the annual district meeting coming up. So basically, Rob, however you want to run through it. I know generally you're just looking for who's doing what and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it gives us a good idea of somebody can prepare for each individual article if we need to. And there's a bond article, so a reminder that has to be open for an hour and then passes a 3/5, not just a simple majority, but a super majority. So that's Article 3. Is there a presentation that's going to be with Article 3?
Yeah,
And who will do that?
so is that you or?
Yeah, I'm sure so.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you're knee deep in this, so.
And
Yes,
Brian,
it'll be not super in depth. A lot of the stuff's already been discussed.
Sure.
But it is, as you can see, somewhat complicated article, a little bit more, a lot of pieces. So I think that needs to be,
Debbie, maybe you can speak to
I can
that?
help with the financial end of it.
financial
I've
part
talked
of
to the attorney too
Okay.
about this because it is, and we've talked to DRA, because it is, you have the bond piece, but you also have other money from
Right.
taxation. So I think we need to address all those.
Yeah, so maybe Brian can focus his part of the presentation on just the
Just the
mechanics of what we're doing
Yeah,
and why we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sort of the
Mechanics of it.
yeah, just like the,
Why it matters, so.
yeah. And then you can handle the financial component of it, sort of explaining where the
Fantastic.
money's coming from and why we're doing
yeah.
it in this sort of
and
manner.
just kind of break down the taxation.
Yep.
piece.
Perfect.
And traditionally, I allow 10 minutes for presentation on an article. Do you think that's enough for both of you? There are not a lot of warrant articles, so I'm certainly happy to extend that if we need to. In town, I'm doing 20 minutes for bond and 10 minutes for non-bond articles.
I mean, I think it'd be fine, that you have all your numbers in line.
Yeah, I mean, I have everything, yeah.
We'll keep it at
Yeah.
10.
And then we can just field questions. I'm assuming there'll be some questions, but we can field questions that may,
Absolutely. The questions are, the people can rebut for 3 minutes each. But
Okay.
that initial presentation, I do cut you off, just like I give you the rest of the voters. Article 4 would just be great if we have a motion to accept them as written. And move
I can
on.
do that.
Thank you. Article 5 probably doesn't need a presentation. Article 6 is operating budget. Jay, you said you would?
Yep.
Okay. Article 7 is collective bargaining.
I could do that. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think we just leave it to questions usually, don't we, with that one? It's,
I think it's sometimes helpful just to explain the process for folks, because, and particularly this year where it is kind of a
It's a big
sizable
number, yeah.
increase.
yeah,
And so just to sort of explain, you know, the thought process of why the way negotiations went the way
Okay.
they did and why we all think that that's the right number.
got it.
And I can address the rest of them if there's any issues, but
If
Article eight,
Article
we should-
7 passes, then I will make a motion to pass over Article 8.
A table would be a.
Table,
And then if we, yeah,
okay.
and then if there are any questions for the others, Jay, you're ready for those?
yeah, yep,
Uh,
they're all fairly standard, but
Nine is what we did last year. 'cause
Yep.
that was kind of like the first year we did that, and then the rest was gonna be.
uh,
Oh, except for 13.
Except for 13.
13, yeah. Oh, so I'll be prepared to just briefly address that one initially
Okay.
and not just, I think a short presentation as to what we're doing there. Just to getting us in line with the statute and allowing us a little bit more flexibility.
sounds good. Article 14, are we expecting any other business?
I don't think so. For 14, any others, no one's retiring, there's nothing, no big announcements. I don't think so.
We may find ourselves in an odd situation where voting needs to stay open for an hour and all discussion is ended on the other ballots, articles.
Mhm.
We'll have to recess and wait out that hour and then continue the meeting. We
Yeah.
can't close that out early, even if it looks like everyone's done voting.
Can we like shut down reconsideration on?
That's what I was gonna say.
And I know
Where,
that we've done
where
that
do
in
you
the past.
recommend?
Can and should.
Yeah,
So after Article 8, maybe I will make a motion to restrict reconsideration? Or
Certainly
7,
you, you could do it as soon as 6,
okay? I'll
and
do
then
it.
again at 8. But
I
I
can
guess
do
if
that.
we go into a recess, just waiting for that voting, we should restrict reconsideration on.
So I'll do after 6,
4
after
through-
8, and after 12, or 13.
And that one will be 4 through 13.
Okay,
And then when it's time, motion to dissolve versus adjourn, I like that
I
term
can do
better.
that as well.
Do you expect any AV needs for presentations or just verbal presentations?
I don't know, is there anything that you want to throw up on a screen for, I mean, we're gonna have the plans laid
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna have
We're gonna have a whole
stuff.
table.
Yeah.
And we do,
Is it
like
here?
we've done in the past, is the
Yeah.
table
Here or there?
during the voting.
It's high school, isn't it?
Yes,
Down the high
It's in the high
school?
school, yeah,
You know, they can browse through it and see the plans.
Exactly.
yeah, we'll have that out during the day.
Oh, during voting.
Right.
Okay, good.
Sounds good. Anything else for me?
You're too tan, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
I know.
Sorry.
No, good for
You have to
you.
accept some, but you have to absorb some vitamin D while you're away.
Look like you had fun.
I did, definitely.
Good for you.
Tax discussion.
Well, thank you for moving me up in the agenda.
Yes.
Yeah,
What was it?
Thanks for what you do, too.
so that I think falls into the any other business. We can, do you wanna make a pitch at that, on that, or do you want?
On what? What are we talking about?
Just just having a discussion with the town at the meeting when we have their attention about the rate setting.
Oh,
The
good
rate setting
call.
process,
Good
because.
call.
For the funding formula?
The
The
funding
funding formula,
formula,
yeah,
yeah.
not rate setting, yeah, funding formula, yeah, apologies. Yeah, so we wanted to sort of put a plug in for more community involvement in that process because it was very limited last time, so. And
And do some education about it.
yeah, just
Yeah.
basically getting it out there so that when we go to do it, it's not.
The next time,
Yeah,
it's
the ghost
not
town again,
crickets,
yeah.
yeah.
And is all of that, is the information that we presented, is that public?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where, like,
You should have
where
all
do
that.
people,
No, I
Like,
mean,
where can
it
the
was
public find
discussed
it?
at the school
Oh,
board meeting,
if
so that
somebody,
was-
if Joe Blow comes in off the street, he just has to do a 91A request to the SAU
It was
office. and get
presented
it,
at the
yeah.
school board meeting with all the
Right, so it's in the
documents, so they
minutes.
could come in and it's in the minutes.
it's in the minute?
And
Okay,
there's minutes to the committee.
I guess that,
Were those, were the actual documents though attached to the minutes? Because
Yes,
rather than
supposed
just
to
a
be, yeah.
because
discussion,
they were presented to the
Okay.
school board.
Okay.
yeah.
I just want to make sure that, you
if
know,
somebody wanted to,
here's what we went through.
Yeah,
right? You can find this information in the minutes from X school board meeting
Yeah, I don't know
date.
if they're posted online, but they're with our, we have that. We don't always
And it's,
attach.
I mean, most of the time 91A requests can be done digitally as well. Send an email
Yeah.
and they'll send it to you.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can mention that as well.
I know that, but no one's gonna do that.
He's just trying to say, can you make it?
Can we make
We
it
put it on the
easily
website.
accessible
Yeah.
for people to say, here, and that's the question is,
Yeah.
if the
All those
meeting minutes
details.
and attachments are publicly available on our website to say, if you go to the
Date of the meeting.
whatever, January 1st
Yep.
meeting date, this was the information that we went through. This is, how we viewed as Lincoln versus Woodstock, and these were the comparisons, and this is the process that we went through.
Mhm.
And bringing that up at the meeting to say,
Can there
And we can
be,
put it like a
A funding
funding formula
formula
link or something
tab?
on there,
Yeah,
because again,
exactly,
the minutes
yeah.
are on there. We don't attach all of the stuff that goes with
Yeah.
the minutes
Yeah.
on
or
the,
maybe you could put the basics of
but
it
we
on
can,
a
we can put
link,
something.
on funding formula
on
link.
there.
Okay,
Put
perfect.
the minutes from the meetings, we could
be
do all
easy
the
for them to-
handouts.
Exactly, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Through the
They're not looking
SAU.
forward.
yeah.
right,
Yeah. Yeah, and so I think that probably falls into Article 14, any other
Absolutely.
business.
okay.
Yeah,
I think that's where people most,
But we're not voting on anything.
No, no.
We're not.
right. Right, just to sort of say like, look, this is what, we're gonna be revisiting this.
Hmm.
And we'd like a little bit
At a future
more,
date, right.
more public participation. So if
Good
you
call,
want to,
Kevin.
you want to do
Yeah,
that?
good call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jasmine and I,
Go for it.
All right,
Okay.
I'll just put it in here.
or I'm happy to take lead, Jasmine, you jump in.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I think that's all for us.
All right.
Do you have everything you
Thank
need?
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Robert.
You're welcome.
Then I guess next up is Deb with Business Administrator's Report.
Not a whole lot, you already signed the manifest, thank you, and then again, if you need anything else here for the annual meeting, we will have handouts, like we usually will put some information out during voting, so people can look at the information on different warrant articles, but if you need anything else.
And Dr. McGann with the Superintendent's
Okay,
Report.
just that you will be getting handouts, we just talked about it, so, but you will be getting handouts for the warrant articles, just giving you some cheat sheets on the information so that you're not ahead of time. I mentioned the North Country Superintendents for the development, the professional development. It was another example of how NCES supports the district. So what they're going to be doing is looking for grant money to fund a professional development day. It's like $5,000–6,000 for the day. So we will be, what we've done in the past is we've had all the teachers go to, Berlin's going to host it. So
Nice.
they have the big auditorium. So we'll bring all the teachers up to Berlin and then we'll have the, for the day, and this will be in October. So we're hoping, but I just wanted to give you an example of some of the things that, that they put on for us so that it saves the district some money. And that's it. Everything else is going to be coming up as we go through the agenda.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Pribbenow.
Great, thank you. You have it, what we have, you can see kind of stuff that we've gone through, but I wanted to talk about some graffiti that we have in the bathrooms here. I don't know if you've noticed that, if you've gone down to there, we've had some people come in
In the elementary school?
yes, yeah.
Yeah, you
it's
got-
Oh,
absolutely
nice
beautiful.
graffiti. Oh, I'm like,
Oh,
wait,
It
it's
is
like
nice. I was just-
elementary
Yeah, I
kids?
was throwing you.
Kindergarten?
No, some really cool stuff. The custodians who work in this building put together some like murals and stuff together for the kids to
Oh,
decorate the
nice.
bathrooms. It's very cool. Very cool.
Excellent.
So wanted to
Thank
thank
you.
them. Somebody broke in.
Yeah. I was like,
No.
I haven't heard a lot about graffiti lately.
Like if you said at the high school, I'm like.
No. And also something that's not on there that just happened, one of our students, Dalton Mullen, just kind of, he performed at the Rotary speech in Plymouth today. And he didn't win, but from what I gather, he did a really, really good job and we're just proud of him. So we want to say thank you
Excellent.
to Dalton. So,
Nice.
and other than that, it's just what you see on the sheet is pretty much all we have going on right now.
Thank
I
you.
was looking, you put grades close for the semester, January 7th. When is the next?
Sorry, say that again.
Fourth paragraph down,
Oh,
Grades.
grades closed January 7th. So
January 27th.
it's the wrong one. No, that's when that was for the first semester. And then report cards went out, but the progress reports are ending, I think, this week?
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
that was,
perfect.
it's been a while since I've seen you, so, okay.
No, it's fine. I'm just curious when the next
Yeah, I think this week is when progress
progress,
reports.
nice.
end.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Committee reports, don't have any facilities or, yeah,
No, you do have the minutes to the policy committee, and you're just gonna be moving on to second reading of those policies. But just to add one more thing, that just to keep in the back of your mind for those who are gonna be here at the next board meeting, is a little off schedule. So we usually have the second and the fourth Wednesday. This time you're gonna have the first and the third, because we need to get one board meeting in before the 15th of April.
Right.
So that's all.
that's to swear in new members and.
Right.
So I guess we'll look at the two policies on for first reading tonight. School property disposal procedure, I think that's the one that we looked at for, so that we can facilitate the,
The end, yeah. Chromebooks.
yep. Any further thoughts on that?
No, I think the revisions were fantastic.
Okay. Then I will take a vote to move that to second reading.
I'll make a motion to
A motion.
move policy DN to second reading.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Brian.
IHBAA.
We'll look at that one in a minute.
Okay.
Sorry.
Since there's only two he's doing, I'm gonna have to draw it out a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't have a big list to read tonight.
all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, and that motion carries. And IHBAA,
That was just a technical, to
Yeah.
revise the age for the state to.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to remove IHBAAA, second reading.
thank you, Timmy.
Second.
Thank you, Jasmine. And that's reflective of the state's new 22 policy as opposed to 21. Okay. Any further questions, discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, and that motion carries. So next up is nominations, recommendations, resignations.
Melissa?
Okay. And we already handled the warrant article stuff. Nothing in new business? Anything in continuing business need to be
There's
discussed?
nothing under new business right now.
Okay. And what about continuing business? I think these
Continuing business?
COVID, ESSER funds are
We're all
still, yeah. I don't see any students this evening, but we do have staff.
Yes, and I can't connect to the internet, so I usually just read their words, but I can't access it. But I know one was from Heather Krill, one was about Dalton, part of it was about Dalton, and he did very well, even though he didn't make it to the next round. And then also she also wanted to let you know that we are coordinating a cultural night where there's gonna be food, and you probably saw the flyers, so she just wanted to reach out if you want more information, or if you want to participate somehow, just reach out to her,
There's been a great response to that thus far.
Has there?
So,
Yeah.
real positive, and a bunch of people wanting to pitch in. So if you know more people, please do.
And then the second one was from Aaron Lautz, and he wanted to thank admin in the community for the support of the ski program. And this is where I believe the boys got second and the girls got third. And then the grades 3 through 5, I can't remember, but they were the fastest team. I don't, it was a PB slopes.
Peabody Ridge.
Peabody Ridge.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And so they were the fastest, Lin-Wood was the fastest team. So if you want to share that with you all, that's all I have.
Love to see it. That's the next generation of champions coming out.
Absolutely.
Sure is.
And one of our alumni, Jacob Morris is at the Nationals, right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I wonder how he did today. He goes, Girls Day, so that's right, because they moved it ahead a day because of the weather, so he goes tomorrow and Saturday, that's right. Yeah.
All right. I Don't see any community members unless Mr. King, you have anything?
Nothing here.
Okay. All right, then I will accept the motion to
Do
adjourn.
we have a non-public? No?
We don't.
Okay.
But do we, I know that there's different circumstances. We don't have to vote to accept the resignation.
No.
Like the normally have to.
Nope.
Okay.
So, I mean, we can have a non-public if there's a specific issue, but we didn't have anything on the docket for non-public tonight. So. Anyone want to make a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Joe. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye.